Where we last left off, I had added these two guys on Discord as they were selling an opening for a private bedroom in their apartment. At this point, I was house sitting at a coworker's apartment for 2 weeks with one more week left, and I felt like if this interview doesn't work out, then I'm back to couch surfing. Or I'll just have to commute 7 hours back and forth every day. Now was my interview, and I joined the Discord call. Of course, I don't remember everything I said, but I do remember some important things that happened. Hello, thanks for having me tonight. Hey Kevin, nice to meet you. I'm Nam. I'm Alan. So Kevin, tell us about yourself. Hi, I'm Kevin. I'm going to be a fourth year majoring in engineering. Oh, that's cool. We're also studying there too. Oh, then what year are you guys? We're both going to be third years. Oh, that's cool. We're not in the same exact departments, but you're going to take classes that I've taken, like dynamics and MATLAB classes. I could give you help on those classes since I did pretty well on them. I did not do pretty well on them. Also, did I just assume that I'm going to be accepted as a third housemate? What am I doing? That's cool how we're in the same major. So Kevin, how are you as a housemate? Well, I cook a lot and I make sure to always clean up after myself right after I eat. That's something I always uphold regardless of sharing a house with someone or not. I'm also a homebody who never goes to parties, so I just keep to myself in my room and play video games and sometimes watch anime. Ah, what games do you play? I play CSGO as my tilting game and Genshin Impact as my relaxing game. Oh, you play Genshin? What adventure rank are you? 60. I've been playing since the game officially released. That's cool, I play Genshin as well. Oh, thank goodness. If none of them knew Genshin, then I would've just looked like a goober. Oh, Alan, who's your favorite character? I like Yelan. I like Hu Tao. This is rule 417 of talking about anime. When asking someone who their waifu is, you always initiate it by saying who your waifu is. It makes it less pressuring on the receiving person. Well, it sounds like you're just like us, as we both don't go to parties and just stay in our rooms. So it sounds like you'd be a good fit. After we finish interviewing all the guys who want the spot, we'll let you know the results. Sounds good. At this point, I wanted to say something that I genuinely wanted to mention. By the way, Alan, is that the camper Pokemon trainer in your profile picture? Yeah, good eye. That's pretty cool. What was your favorite Pokemon series? Gen 3 was probably the best. Oh, okay. Yeah, for me, it's either Gen 3 or Gen 4. That's what we grew up on. It's interesting because most people put anime waifus as their profile pictures. I've never seen a specific Pokemon trainer as a profile picture. Yo, I need to chill with the waifu talk. Well, do you guys have any other questions for me? Nah, I think that's it. It was nice meeting you, Kevin. Okay, thanks, guys. I'd imagine those two were interviewing at least 8 guys just like this, but I think I made a good connection with Alan at the end by recognizing his profile picture. But with these types of contests, I usually never win them. 3 days later, I get this message from Alan on Discord saying that I won America's Got Talent and I got the spot. Whoa, I actually won. Let's go! Sure thing, I accept. So how am I gonna move all my things again? Do any of you guys have a car? If so, I'm a 3-minute drive away. Could someone help me move my boxes? Nam had an epic hatchback and he was gracious enough to lend me a hand in moving my stuff from the Jordan apartment to our new apartment. It took us around 3 trips to completely transport all of my belongings, and now I finally secured housing for my last year in college. But now I had a new task. This is what my room looked like. Thankfully, this old mattress was Nam's, as this was his old room this whole time, but him and Alan decided to add another housemate to reduce their share of rent. So that night, I went onto Facebook Marketplace to urgently look for a desk. Fortunately, I found a listing for a desk from a graduate student on campus. Nice. Nam, can you try me 5 minutes to pick up this desk? So the two of us meet this girl and the desk just barely fit into Nam's hatchback. We get back to the apartment and now I finally settled in. I also needed to settle into living with Nam and Al and see how we are as housemates, but let's go! The first week of living with the guys, I had to do some spooky activities. Us 3 share one bathroom, and there are 2 entrances to the bathroom, one through the hallway and the second through the master bedroom. I woke up in the middle of the night and needed to go wee-wee, but the door was locked. Huh. Ain't no way they're using the bathroom right now. One of them probably forgot to unlock the door after using it. Man, I can't go back to sleep if my bladder's even 10% full. So there's only one way to go wee-wee, and I have to sneak into their bedroom and go in that way. Their bedroom was slightly opened, and so I walk in and both of them were sleeping. I Scooby-Dooily tiptoe my way through their bedroom and make it into the bathroom. Yeah, I basically invaded their privacy in my first week. I felt really guilty because I didn't even whisper, "Hey guys, I'm just passing through because the door was locked on my end." I was too half asleep to be courteous, so if one of them happened to be awake, it pretty much looked like their new housemate was about a Five Nights at Freddy's them. The next morning, I told Nam, "Oh, last night my entrance to the bathroom was locked, so I kind of walked through your guys' bedroom and entered the bathroom from there. Sorry." "Oh yeah, I saw." "What? Sorry about that, Kevin. I forgot to unlock it. I don't blame you for walking through our bedroom, though. I happened to be awake at that time, but it's okay. I figured what you were doing. Oh, okay. In the middle of me living there, the living room basically had my boxes of kitchen stuff because I was kind of too lazy to unbox them. So the living room and kitchen had some clutter to it. Also, if you guys have ever been to Costco, then you probably know about the box of croissants there. As someone who didn't have a car, getting things from Costco was a huge privilege now. So I wanted me some croissants. Well, it took me a long time to finish them, and so I left them out on my box in the living room, and it attracted some unwanted guests. It took me a long time to figure it out because these croissants were sitting there for weeks. Hey, if they look good, I'll keep eating them. Free probiotics. Hey Nam, I noticed we got all these gnats in the kitchen. What's up with that? I'm not sure. So I deep cleaned the sink because it had some gunk in it, but the gnats were still there. Then I made an at-home fruit fly trap, but it got nothing when we left it out. Eventually, I went to get a croissant and saw a cluster of gnats around this area. Oh, I see it now. It was me all along. But also, it wasn't just the buttery croissants that lured the bugs in, because I was taking care of this bouquet of flowers that was sitting on our balcony, and when I brought it in to replace the water, a bunch of gnats were on the petals. Guess the flowers were getting old, and so basically, when I shook the flowers, a handful of gnats flew off the petals into our apartment. Nam and Alan would do this really cute thing. Whenever I'd be cooking in the kitchen, one of them would always come out of their room and grab some water and see what I'm up to. It's wholesome, because we are gamers who only stay in our rooms. So seeing Nam or Alan come out and socialize while I'm cooking would make me see them as a golden retriever walking up to me and see what I'm doing. Nam and Alan also had to put up with me being nakey-wakey all the time. As the giga-chads they are, whenever they'd shower, they would leave the door slightly open to let the steam out. This is what everyone should have been doing, since we had mold problems in our ceiling, and I wonder whose fault that was. Anyways, when I'm done showering, it's super hard to dry off since the bathroom is just this cloud of steam. Trying to put on your clothes is like trying to put on a latex suit. So unlike Nam and Alan, who'd be letting out the steam while they shower, I would tie my towel around my waist and wobble out the bathroom. And with their door propped open, they can easily see me in their peripherals. They get to see the booba and all the outlines as I shimmy to my bedroom. Kevin, why don't you shower with the door open? They're not gonna come in. Yeah, I trust Nam and Alan, but what if someone breaks into the apartment and takes them out, and then the robber comes into the bathroom and gets a look at the stuff? So yeah, I had a lot of boxes around the living room because I had nowhere to unbox the items and store them. But when I was moving out, I left a couple of those boxes still in the living room because I moved out with a Corolla, not an actual moving truck. I told Nam and Alan that I'd be coming back sometime in the future for my remaining belongings and thanked them for putting up with the sight of more clutter in their apartment even though I was officially off the lease. The guy who took over my lease was one of my friends because nepotism, right? So fast forward to one more year going by and now all three of them are moving out. My boxes were still there and eventually had to be thrown out by one of them. This is why I'm the worst roommate out of all the guys I've stayed with.